Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
So welcome back, everybody. It's your girl, Moni.
And this is Kat.
And welcome back, guys. It's the Fake Ass Book Club.
Yeah.
Man, 2026 in full effect. You feel me?
Starting off fake.
Yes. Also, you look great, though. Not even...
Thank you. So do you. I
love
keep
the
looking at your
hair.
curls. I don't know if you keep looking at
I keep looking at your
texture.
hair.
Guys, when I eventually put it on YouTube, go to YouTube so you can check out all this texture.
Looking good, friend.
Yeah, because I don't want to look how I feel. It's enough to go through all the things without having it marching all over your face.
That's so true. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to me. So, but yeah, so this week, this is a fake ass episode. I feel like we might as well get that out the way. We've discussed, I feel like in the last few episodes, we have alluded to the fact that, the abundance that is around, it makes life good, but it also makes it full where there's like no time to really rest. But it's just so weird how like culturally, how we view our work versus how other countries and stuff do. And I read this Reddit post. There was this Dutch man, and he was working for a company based in New York City, and he was commenting that his boss, so he was like, I clock out at 5 o'clock. Culturally speaking, work-life balance is something that's extremely important. Like it's really frowned upon because it's tacky. Like it's a little bit tacky. So he would turn off, everything would be D&D at 5:01, and so he was like, my new boss at our 101 mentioned to him, like, you keep your thing on D&D, I can't get with you. He's trying to send him messages on a Saturday. He's like saying all of this stuff, and like, we don't know how dedicated you are. Maybe you're not the team player that we thought you were. He was like trying to really make him feel like he wasn't performing and stuff. And so he was just kind of like, so let me let you know about where I live. Where I live, work-life balance. Like he said, if I'm staying after and taking calls on the weekend, that means either I'm not good at my job or we're understaffed, and I'm neither. And also, like I have a life outside of work. And so and I guess there was something he invited him to that was maybe because of the time difference. Say it was like 1 p.m. in New York, it was like 7 p.m. for him. Yeah. So he was like, I'm not jumping in on that one. No. Like, and the expectation here in my country is not to do that. Like you look crazy. It's just the grind culture.
It is crazy. Yeah, they don't live in a capitalistic hellscape, but yet they still manage to have a thriving civilization. And I think America, they keep a hellscape of poverty to threaten everybody with.
Like, this could be you.
But a lot of countries, like especially the Nordic countries, they don't do that. They have socialism, and it doesn't destroy their economy. There's still classes of people, actually. It's just they're lower economic. It's not unlivable.
Right. You can still manage a shred of human dignity and
get
decency.
some health care.
And still be fine. It just kicked off the feeling that I feel like I've had. It's just like, I wish you could say that to your or the need to feel like you have to just constantly be performing all of these things all the time. So like whether it's work, at home, it's just overwhelming. So that was just the energy I tapped into this week, and wanted to just have it kind of lead our conversation, friends. So that's where we're going, guys.
Super duper.
Yeah, that's going to be the episode. And I think before we get into it, we should do our official dedication. So hands over your hearts, everyone. So this week and every week, we like to start things off dedicating our episode to our patrons. We appreciate you guys. Your continued support is amazing. I can't even believe it. It makes me so happy. Thank you so much. And then in addition to the Dutch guy who read his American Boss, I don't feel like I can not acknowledge not like ICE isn't been running amok, you know what I mean? But this latest shooting was the 37-year-old mother and U.S. citizen Renee Good. And there were also 2 other people who were shot recently in Portland too. And out of respect for them, I'll just have it in the notes. I'm not going to butcher their names. But it's just wild when my 13-year-old is like, this is like
Nazi Germany. Yeah.
Like sit on the couch just casually making those assessments. I hadn't said that to him, but he was just kind of like, yeah, I'm learning about this. And this seems a lot
Same
like what's
tactics.
happening. Yeah, the mask, Gestapo.
But worse, Gestapo.
See, we neither. I ain't even been drinking, y'all. Still can't say
Except at least the Gestapo could dress.
Yeah, these are some raggedy hoes. And they got their, and
them
you're
uniforms were crisp.
Anyway,
But these is just some sloppy.
it's just
harder.
So sad.
It just makes it harder to respect.
They just are disgusting.
Yeah.
They're disgusting. And so just wanted to say a special dedication to those folks and their families and their community. So what about you, friend?
Yes, and I'm giving my dedication to Stranger Comics, which is a Black-owned comic book company that I got your kids' Christmas gifts from. I'm running a little behind this year, just now getting them their Christmas stuff. They don't care, but it's just amazing seeing art, especially one of my favorite art forms, and just knowing how difficult it is to have any kind of creative outlet make money. So y'all go help them.
For real.
Yeah, like if you need comic books, they I mean, it took me a while to get mine, but I ordered like at Christmas time. And they deserve, once again, you talk about burnout, they deserve a break.
Man, they tired fulfilling all
And
that stuff.
they sent me a personal email about it too.
Really?
Like it wasn't a do not respond boy, nothing like that. This
that's
was
nice.
a real email that I could respond to from a person.
That's nice.
And they took my request seriously because they're like, hey, it's a little delayed because they were going to sign it. But they're like, we're not in the office. And I was like, I don't care about all that. Just go ahead and ship it. And they were fantastic. So check them. I will have that in the show notes too. They make great gifts.
Okay, so let's get into it, friend. On
Okay.
a scale of 1 to 10, just with not even just specific to work. What's that you got there, friend?
I'll just keep talking. Yeah. 1 to what?
1 to 10, how stressed has your life been? Wow, guys, if you're not, you should watch the YouTube. She just grabbed a bottle and took it to the head. Okay.
Well, as a visual artist, I felt like I could show you better than I could tell you.
Amen. Well, just for the listeners, if you're not watching.
So, I will have to say, I feel like I've been managing my stress very well.
Okay.
I've noticed there's been a lot of it there. Like so much of being a therapized adult is basically just checking in on yourself. How am I feeling? Am I overwhelmed right now? Do I need to destimulate, take that time? I will say this, I've been eating great.
Okay.
So I've been preparing my meals, taking my meals to work. I haven't been eating out a lot, even though today I brought over like egg rolls and pizza. But
You did. That was nice.
But today was a bit of a splurge. But other than that, it's been like greens, potatoes, soups, that kind of stuff. So I think that has helped a lot. I actually I did bring like the little bottle today, but I haven't been drinking. You know, I've been trying to make sure I'm getting all my circadian rhythms going. So I would say my stress levels have been higher than lately, but I think my toolbox for handling stress has grown.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Thank you.
That.
How about you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say my toolbox got bigger, but I just was like, I think I said this in our live, but it was just like on maybe Thursday, I was just like, am I depressed? But then it was like, I don't think this is depression, but it just felt like malaise. Like that's the best, like where you're like something, I just don't feel right all the way. And then when I'm asking myself why, I mean, it's work related. And I think too, this was the first week my kids went back to school after the holiday too.
Talk about that.
I always really enjoy when my kids are not at school.
Yeah.
Like I like having them at home.
It's a break.
And it's a break
for
it's like
everybody.
Oh my God. It was so nice. And
so maybe your joy ember was a little low?
I think so.
Okay.
Think
Like it's still there.
Yeah, it's there. It was just like, dang, I got to blow some air on it so it doesn't like all the way go out, I guess. And I have felt robotic in that, like, it seems like every moment, no matter what job I'm doing, whether it's at my actual physical job or the work I do at home or anything else. And I will say too, I just feel like I've been neglecting our podcast. Like I haven't been able to really sit down and like dig into topics or start outlines for stuff or just even get the creativity flowing for the podcast stuff, because I'm just like, I don't even have it, because by the time I get a chance to, either something else is popping up. It's just, I feel like it's just,
Or it's tomorrow.
Or it's tomorrow. And then like
That
the
keeps happening
list.
to me.
Oh
The
my
days
God.
keep getting away from me where I'm like, oh, it's 11:48 p.m.
And I gotta go to bed sometime. I can't just,
can't just keep
like
going.
I'm not a robot.
I will say, and I'm going to say this for the both of us, I think we've gone above the standard deviation of effort for a podcast,
Man.
like English speaking podcasts, because we did continue to make fresh content into the holidays,
Yes, we did.
get it out on time.
I had it up.
Yeah. And yeah, give people a podcast to step to. So I think there's, of course, always more we want to do for sure. But as far as things go, I feel like we're killing it there. Because I've actually been kind of sad because, some of my favorite podcasts haven't been posting.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it too. It's just like, man, so I think it's just getting the gears of like, I mean, and too, we do live in the Midwest, in North America, basically. And so this time of year, the days are shorter, so it stays darker longer. So, and I think I'm sensitive to that. Like, I feel like I thought to myself,
Sunshine's awesome.
I need to be like in nature. Like, I need to be outside with some sun, like
On somebody's
just,
patio.
yeah, like just chilling out, man. Like, that's what I can't wait to have. But
It's like hell. If hell was like winter hell, that lives in my head rent free forever. Shout out to Jasmine from 90 Day Fiance
oh man,
for letting us
you
know.
might need to. What would be so fun is that if we just had that piped in right here
Okay.
on the
Oh, yeah, if I
roadcaster,
had the
and you can
thing
just push the button
every
anytime.
time.
Yeah, man.
It's just the
'cause-
way she meant it with her whole chest.
Oh my gosh. So
And
yeah, it's real.
and this is us having a lifetime of this. We're from here.
Yes.
This isn't brand new, but there is a feeling of interminable winter. I think that's why Frozen hit so hard. Like whenever there's
Maybe.
been a winter, it just feels like, so
This is
this is forever. But it's like, no.
And that's a metaphor for
And that's why spring's always so awesome.
Oh my
when spring
gosh.
comes, guys, it's going to be like,
sundresses
like there
and
never
smiles.
was a spring before. Like, how did we not know? I always make the joke too that, the reason time's going so fast is because we're having so much fun. Time flies when you're having fun.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. Well, I just thought, let's get into some, I don't know, work-related stuff, because that just made me think, like that Dutch guy was saying, like, this is ridiculous. So I was just like, I wonder what other work stuff is on Reddit. Like, is there anyone else
I'm always
complaining?
hesitant to travel. I would totally go to Amsterdam.
Oh yeah.
I would really, really, I think I'd enjoy that.
My brother and my dad went together.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, which brother?
This guy, my older brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
How cute.
Isn't that freaking adorable?
I love that for them. Yeah,
White socks, y'all. They know what that means.
It's hard to keep this. Listen,
Anywho.
we make it look easy. It is not easy to keep this podcast staying in these
Rolling.
podcast streets, okay?
Yes. Now I get it. Like when we first started, we were like, it's not that yet. And everybody was like, okay.
It's like, do you want to start a podcast? Yes,
I wanna
We
start
can
a
meet up every week.
Yes. You're gonna be so tired. You're gonna have to do it anyway.
It's like, I lost the audio file.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a podcast. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, man. So,
But yeah, speaking of interminable midwinters.
yeah. So I want to get into a couple of the things that I found. So
Okay.
let's start out with, so this is work related kind of, right?
Okay.
So this person is asking, let's see.
Oh, wait, are we doing Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we said that.
Oh,
We're gonna look at some Am I the Asshole questions about work and answer them, y'all.
yeah. And so not all of them will be specifically like to work,
But kinda,
but kind of adjacent to. Okay. So it says, I have a 12-year-old son and a 13-month-old. Before the pandemic, I worked part-time, went to school part-time, and took care of the house and kids when not doing the other two.
I'm assuming this is a female.
I'm assuming so too. I think we'll keep going. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't say, but I'm assuming this is what it sounds like what a mom does. So since the pandemic, I became a stay-at-home mom, still going to school, taking care of the house and kids. But now with the school back in session and my son doing e-learning, I also help a lot with that. So this is old.
Okay.
Clearly. I have a pretty strict schedule that I keep for myself and allow me to get my household chores and everything from schooling for my son and myself done each day. Excuse me. One day last week, I had a migraine. Nothing I hoped would ease it. At some point after 3 p.m. and my son was out of school and the baby was down for a nap, I laid down on the couch to try to help out with my migraine, which did help. My husband came home, and while I was sleeping and was already in a crap mood and yelled out at me that I didn't do anything all day except for sleep, eat, and get fat. I tried to explain to him that I hadn't been feeling well and napped because of that. He said that was an excuse, and how would I like if I went to work all day and he was home with the children and I came home and would sleep on the couch? I said, I would assume that you were tired or not feeling well. My husband took a few days off, so I made arrangements with a friend to do some temp work with her. I went to her work for a few days, leaving him my daily schedule as a guide. The first day he called me at least 20 times because he couldn't handle my son's schoolwork, couldn't handle taking care of the baby, couldn't even go to the bathroom without one of them needing something. The second day he called me 10 times with the same complaints. Both days he was asleep on the couch because he was exhausted from trying to keep up with the kids and housework. I went to work the third day. He showed up with the boys and kids and dropped them off without saying anything to me or my friend. Luckily, my friend did not mind. When I got home the third evening, he was asleep on the couch. I let him sleep. I mowed the grass, pulled the weeds, cleaned the house, made dinner. In parentheses, I tried to wake him for dinner. He refused to wake up. Got the kids bathed and ready for bed before he woke up. Husband barely did the minimum of caring for the house and the kids while I worked. He said I did it to make him look like a shit parent. I said, no, I did it to teach you a lesson. Just that just because you don't see my daily activity as something when you come home doesn't mean that I haven't done anything all day. This all started because you refused to let me This all started because you refused to let me tell you I had a migraine and I was just barely able to function that day. Luckily, my oldest knows what he needs to do for schoolwork, just sometimes needs help with it. Baby is up at 7 a.m. but goes down for a nap around noon and naps for about 3 to 4 hours. Damn, that's a good napper. Shit. Man. Am I the asshole for trying to get husband to see what I do on a daily basis? Kat, what do you think, friend?
I really have to think on this one. This is
right?
a thinker.
Should we put the thinking music on?
Jeepers,
Boom,
maybe.
boom, 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 boom.
No. In fact, I was like, maybe since you're so good at yard work, you can dig a hole and put your husband in it.
Girl.
And at least he can do some work as fertilizer.
It's natural.
I solved it.
It's natural. Nailed it.
Nailed it to the wall. If this nigga came home and called me fat,
on top of everything else, now you got a critique about how I look as well.
Now, listen.
Oh, and I can guarantee he's no model. I can tell you right now that he's.
Well, the fact that he didn't have a lot of stamina, because that's what it takes.
That's what it's. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it really does.
Like when people be like, "Oh,
I mean, you just clean. That's it. Have you tried it? Okay.
Be needing knee pads, okay?
Give me a fucking break. Back me hurt and everything. Like, hey, are you kidding me right now? Is this a joke?
Get in that far corner of the bathtub.
If you're doing it right. Like, it hurts. Like most stuff. Shit. What a bastard.
And then leave it up to you. It look like Mister's house in color purple.
Right. And you got the audacity to come in and because I'm asleep, but the house is clean. The kids are quiet. They're not bothering you. I'm still, girl.
My clothes need a minute. My supper needs a cooking.
I know, I'm making color purple.
I'm sorry. I just cannot.
Girl.
I feel like the read when they're just like, why don't y'all just kill these niggas? Like, what? And
took
obviously,
a few days off work.
just
That's
for people who don't know, Kat's divorced. Like, so I can't talk about what to do in a marriage except leave.
I can't either. Yeah, I mean, I would not fix my lips to tell anybody what to do in their marriage because it's such an individual thing.
It is,
and everybody's threshold for bullshit is different.
It is,
and it looks different for everybody, but something like this, I think this is so universal.
This is abuse. But like
It's
coming
so
in and
universal.
talking about me like this, like you could maybe from a place of ignorance really not understand like the work. We talked about this before about the work that is paid and unpaid, like that is seen as work and isn't seen as work.
Yep.
So this, and then you want to blame her. It's like, well, you wanted me to look bad and blah, blah, blah. It's like,
I would actually rather you be a good partner and be able to carry your own weight. You know what I'm saying? So no, that doesn't make me feel good. I just needed you to understand
what
you were
this
saying to me, though.
is.
Yeah, and like what the actual situation is.
It reminded me a lot of Homer and Marge.
No, God.
You know, from The Simpsons, the
Yes,
yellow cartoon
iconic.
people. And I just, for the life of me, just, because even Homer wouldn't do that. He knew, he's stupid and drunk as Homer Simpson is. He would know not to come in after seeing Marge asleep and be like, all you do is just get around, like sleep and get fat. It's like, word. All right, then after I just had you, the 13-month-old?
Yeah.
So that means that's not a long time from after you pushed a whole human out of your body.
Nope. And it had been 12 years since the last time you had done that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like your
Which
other
is
child.
a whole nother
So it's like
story.
starting all over and then you're
Yeah.
reacclimated to this crazy lifestyle of toddlers and babies and
And you're older now.
yeah, and
because
you
having
don't
had
have the
a nice
energy.
space between my kids, like it's very different having a baby in your 20s and having one in your 30s.
girl, I can't imagine.
So yeah, no, honey, not from this story are you the a-hole. Maybe you are in other areas for sure, because we all are. But nah.
I just want to go back over a couple
Sure,
points that really
sure,
kind of like
sure.
got me. So on top of, so you got the one about him calling her fat or whatever.
Yeah, I was real stuck real hard on that one because that's abuse. Straight up. Like just straight up.
It's like, you getting fat?
And not meaning it as a compliment.
No,
It better
right.
just be like, ah.
Hey, hey. Just wait, where was it? Okay. Oh, it's iconic to me though that she knew he had the time off. Like he took a few days off. Guess what you don't get to fucking do though? You don't get to sit at home and just chill. I'm about to show you something. It wasn't even my job.
Don't power up that
hit up my-
Xbox.
yeah. Hey, homegirl, can I come? I'm gonna come do this temp work with
Yeah.
you or whatever it is.
Because
Like,
apparently I
really
don't
think-
contribute nothing. So let me go out here and get
if
some
I'm here or
USDs.
not, yeah, for sure. Let me go do what it is that you know
that you
hey,
value. That's the
yeah.
only thing valuable.
That's it. You going out, the rest of the shit, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So I like that she took that opportunity. And I don't think that that's like, the thing is that you recognized that you were a shit parent. I never even actually said that. You know what I'm saying? It was when you came in and criticized me managing things that you don't even have to fucking think about ever. And so that's where it was like, yeah, let's provide some clarity for this situation. But also too, here's another thing. This is how I know you're seriously not an asshole, because when you got home the third evening after this motherfucker came up there and dropped them kids off, because after 2 days of being a shitty parent at home, he couldn't cut
But
it.
he said that's a vacation. Like you just vacationing every day. Why isn't it not a vacation for you?
Drops them off, comes home, he's asleep. Okay, you worked circles around this motherfucker and didn't even wake him up. Bitch, you're a saint. Where's her picture at? I would add her to the bookshelf. Because, I mean, whatever. You're a saint. Because no, you don't get to sleep. Now I'm waking your dumb ass up. I'm splashing water in your face.
And let's talk about how passive aggressive it is just to drop the kids off without saying. She's making it sound like he didn't call and be like, hey, can I bring the kids up for a while? I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now.
He showed up with the boys and kids and dropped them off without saying anything to me or my friend.
Okay.
So now you're pissed, you're upset for having to take care of your kids.
He's not okay.
Oh my
I don't know
God,
what
no. I'm
apparently
pissed.
his feelings are too big for his tool set or his skill set.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get any ages, but saying as how you have a 13-year-old, I'm assuming you're
Gotta be
fully
at least
grown.
Yeah, 30.
So the fact that this fully grown person can't emotionally regulate enough to effectively communicate, she's not asking for advice. She just wants to know if she's the asshole, but no, and you should probably just get away from him. You might be surprised by how much easier your life is without this person.
because you're already doing it all anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then
a lot of times
if all that
without-
he values is paying money, pay me my child support.
There you
and I'll
go.
keep it
And
moving.
we'll keep it moving.
I mean,
and
clearly
then you
she
don't
can
have
go
to
work.
watch me get fat.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So there's that. Yeah, so that one.
Oh, jeepers. That took me to a place.
Well, do you have one you want to share? Because I got another fun one.
I do. Okay, so this one, okay. This is kind of like the other side of the coin.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not helping my wife around the house? I, male 36, and my wife, female 38, have been married for 8 years, and we have 2 kids, male 7 and female 5. She's a stay-at-home mom in charge of all the housework and child rearing while I work and cover us financially. Before you start attacking me, hear me out. We ran into a bit of bad luck with debt a few years ago, and as a result, on average, I work 50 to 60 hours a week to help get us out of it. I am a carpenter, so the days are long, and sometimes I drive quite a bit to get to work sites. By the time I get home, I'm exhausted and pretty much eat, then collapse into bed. On Saturdays, I take my son and daughter out to his soccer games and then back home for lunch while my wife goes to book club, lunch with her friends, and then usually some sort of hike or yoga class. She's back by mid-afternoon, at which point she takes back over the kids and I make dinner, maybe do a bit of laundry and clean the floors. On Sundays, it is reversed. I go out with my mates. By mid-afternoon, I return and we have our babysitter come around and we spend the night together. Recently, my wife has come to me saying that I need to start doing more around the house, that I need to do more cleaning, organizing, looking after the kids, grocery shopping, and cooking. I know that she does a lot, and I'm in no way saying she doesn't deserve a break, but I am working really hard too, especially at the moment. I feel like I do the best I can with how much work I'm doing. I know there's a lot in social media right now about men not doing enough at home, but I never thought I was one of those guys. I explained this to her and she said I was being ridiculous. That I spend all day having fun at work with my workmates while she deals with the children and all of the household chores. Then I get home, just eat and go to bed. This isn't the plan forever, but I thought it was going to be all right for now. Am I the asshole?
For
saying that he doesn't agree with his wife, that he needs to do more around the house.
I mean, I guess I feel like you need to ask the question, what does that look, what does the additional help look like to her if you're not sure what that is? Because
she's saying it's cleaning, looking after the kids, organizing, grocery shopping, and cooking. She wants to see more of that. Like basically the stuff he does on Saturdays, she'd like to see more of that during the week.
Right. Instead of just collapsing, like maybe you could like wipe the toilet seat off or something before you lay down.
Or read him a little book or something.
Yeah, do something. Yeah, I just think it is, like it's nice. What he does do is good, but I wouldn't say that she's is he an asshole for
thinking she's ridiculous?
Yeah, kind of. I would say so. Because
I explained this to her and she said I was being ridiculous.
I don't know if it makes him an asshole. It just makes you out of touch. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't necessarily
You're not like this other husband.
No, I wouldn't say he's an asshole, but I would say that, you might just be out of touch with what all of that means. And I'm sure she appreciates what you do, but if you're working hard and making sure y'all stay out of debt or whatever, I don't know what your budget's like, but hire some help. If you can't do it, provide the help that she's looking for. And I don't think if you came home every day like, hey, before I just hit the floor, let me at least, like you say, even if it was just like, babe, I'll tuck them in tonight. Mm-hmm. Or take a nap. If it's, I don't know what time it is, because I'm sure he said he eats and then goes to bed. Like,
I'm sure she feels like a single parent.
Yes, you don't get to, that's the thing. It's like, there's not a time where she can cut that off. Her job doesn't end when she's at home because her work is at home. So there's no escaping it ever. And so until you know what that feels like, I think you need to, you know what I'm saying, open up your mind to like how she could still be, because it doesn't negate anything that you're doing. That's the part that I think is problematic, is when, because somebody who's doing the domestic work is telling you that they feel like you could be doing more in that way, it means that you're saying that what they're doing outside of the house isn't important or isn't enough. A lot of the times it's not, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not enough because financially, I mean, here's the other part. If she decides I'm gonna start going to work now, right? Mm-hmm. Because
get out the debt. Yeah,
like I'm gonna help get out of debt. I mean, in a way that's creating more debt, because now we have to pay for childcare. Like all of the stuff that I am doing, we will have to pay somebody for. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm telling you I need help, then either we're going to pay somebody to come in and help us do it, or you're going to have to pick something up. Both of us are exhausted. And I don't think she's saying I need you to do all of it, but have the conversation of like, what does this help look like to you? Because if you're asking, if you don't think you can just pick up on what you could be doing, then I think you need to ask your partner.
Or get a whiteboard, like for the house. I know my cousin, she has a whiteboard and everybody has their own color for like what needs to be done. So like, right away if there's something that needs to be done, like you need
your
to
name's
do.
on it.
Because you'll see it right there. And I think that helps a lot. At least for men, I feel like are way less intuitive about what needs to be done. They usually need to be told. Like, it's like, hey, can you take the trash out? Sure. It's like, it seems like you'd notice it's about to be overflowing, but for whatever reason, a lot of times that just needs to be said. And then there's usually no issue. So for a lot of times this might just be too abstract. Like you might have to be like, hey,
I think so. That's what I'm saying.
I need help before Saturday. Like once, I'm refueled on Sundays because we've had that time to, reconnect and everything. But,
nice.
By time Monday, Tuesday go by, and by Wednesday when you come in and collapse and nobody gets nothing out of you, I might need you to squeeze a couple drops of juice.
For your family, though.
For your family.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just squeeze all your drops out into the streets.
Yeah.
That sounds nasty. I didn't mean it like that.
And like carpentry, that is super hard.
And right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, I hate that anytime you are in a position where you're just trying to express because I think maybe it's kind of like, I don't know if it was the delivery of her saying that he was ridiculous that made him feel defensive or whatever. But I just think it sounds like you guys seem like you're a good partnership. Like, it sounds like you have a relatively healthy situation going on. And I think, too, you just have to be more direct about like what help looks like to you. Because like you say, they're just not gonna, typically speaking, no, they're not. And then too, it's like, are you cleaning up after yourself? Is the footprint large that you're leaving? Like, are you conscientious about how you move around? Because that's the other thing, when you're not the one cleaning up, you don't think it's a big deal, but it's like, no, you're the main, I can see all of the residue of your life all around. It's everywhere, okay? Your shoes are here, your socks are there. Like, are you cleaning up? Are you at least managing your own shit?
Yeah.
Are you taking care of some of your stuff? Because, especially when you have kids, it feels one way to provide that level of care for children. But then, like, when you're providing that same level of care to a grown person, it starts to feel crazy. And then you're like, okay, so are your arms broke, or do you have, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the resentment comes in. If it's like, okay, you can't just point to this one thing and feel like that's it. You know what I mean? So I don't think you're an asshole necessarily.
And maybe we'll go back to what episode where I was talking about charm offensive.
That's what yes. And especially if you love each other. You
like a lot of times, and this is for your wife, like she probably needs to come at this a little nicer, I guess. Like, even though it doesn't feel fair to me, like you have to do that, but whatever. Do you want the help or not?
You do it at work.
You will do it at work. You just to be like, hey, it's like, babe, you look so hot, like,
and your carpenter's
I can
overalls.
really tell how like your little what is this muscle called, or little tricep or something's popping. Name a muscle, like make him feel muscly, and be like, could you help me with the blah 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 blah? And then after you hear that, it's just like, yeah, I am pretty ripped. Okay, babe. And then it's just that whole thing, like, it's just a thing in life where you can't always be direct, even though you should communicate, and you should be able to ask for what you need or what you want. Life ain't like that. Yeah. Not for real.
You really do have to look at all the angles and think about, like, what is my objective here? What am I trying to get? And
am I trying to piss him off, or am I trying to get some help?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, because you don't want people to feel devalued, because it is important, especially if he's covering all of the finances. That is a big, you can't do nothing without that. You have to have somewhere to live. But also, too, you don't, if it's a choice that you're making together, to say that this is the role that I'm going to take. Again, this is always why I'm like, if I were going to be a stay-at-home parent, / housewife, it would, oh my God, there would be so many parameters. There would be so many built-in days that I get off. There would be, because it would have to be, because any other job that I had, I would get PTO, I would get sick days, I would get, like there's no investment being made directly back into me, and I'm investing everything into my house. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no 401k plan for this. There's no, if you leave me for a younger woman and I go back into the workforce, now my any government assistance I might get, I haven't been paying in for that. So it's like you have to understand that the person who's doing that is sacrificing.
Yeah, they're rolling the dice
a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so that's the thing that I think maybe doesn't get talked about too. So, but I feel like they can work it out though. I
believe in them.
Yeah, like if you're already doing a little bit, a few more things ain't gonna kill you. You be all right. So, did you answer if he was an asshole? We really dug into that one.
We did. I don't think he's an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't think he is an asshole. I think he just might be a little obtuse.
That part. Yeah. And so just,
and her too. Like I said, like she might have come in a little hot.
And let's just both like that's the thing. Like I think everybody can come in feeling like I feel like what you bring to the table is valuable or whatever. I mean, maybe not using the words bring to the table because now that's very like, a controversial way to put it. But just to say like, hey, I appreciate what you do for our family, and hopefully you feel like you appreciate what I do, and. That doesn't mean I can't say, are some areas where I feel like we could be doing more. So nothing wrong with that.
I would say like right around Wednesday mornings, Thursday afternoons, that's when you might want to rally.
Honey-do list.
Yeah, just
honey-do list.
Rev it up and be like, girl, we almost at the weekend.
That's
Make it to book club.
Hey, Sunday, and I might have something extra for you on Sunday when I see you on our little date night. Okay, and then, all right, here's a fun one. Okay. All right, so this one is, I started a new job recently. I work in a small studio. There are several others in the building. Think open office plan with sections assigned to each studio. The person I had an altercation with doesn't work for my studio, just FYI. I eat lunch around 1-ish, and most people eat around noon. I came in early to eat at noon, and I made some coffee, and while at the counter, I noticed my Tupperware in the sink empty. Imagine my surprise when I turned around and saw a man I don't know sitting down at a table with my food on his plate. He had just stuck it in the microwave. Acting rashly since I was mad, I sat down next to him and said, "Hey, that looks good. Mind if I try?" Then before waiting for an answer, I yanked the plate away from him and snatched the fork out of his hand. He just blinked in shock and so did the other people as I started eating the food. He then quite loudly asked what I thought I was doing, and I replied, "Huh? This was actually much better when I first cooked it. Probably lost some of the flavor in the fridge." He caught on quickly that it was my food, and he went a little red. I then asked him where he got the gall to steal someone else's food at lunch and asked them what they were doing when they took it back. He stuttered out some nonsense about not knowing it was mine, and I replied, "Well, you knew it wasn't yours, right?" He just mumbled something back like an apology, and I said that's no problem. It was nice that he had warmed it up for me at least in an admittedly bitchy tone, and then he just got up and left, and the people were just sitting there in silence, staring. Two of the silent watchers, maybe his mates, I don't know, told me that I was rude to him and that there had to be a nicer way to go about it. I told them to think how would they feel if someone ate their food before saying they should focus on their lunch and I'll focus on mine. Well, it's been a little awkward at lunch since, and I have the impression a few people are talking shit about me at work right now. Maybe I could have been nicer, sure. I still don't think that I was wrong, but tell me, Reddit, am I the asshole?
That's a big old no. You don't have to be nice to people who steal from you.
This one just warmed my heart.
I mean, and there's no, like, I don't know what anybody's sort of identifiers are, because it sounded like a woman. Was this a woman?
They don't say.
It doesn't say. Because I feel like if it hadn't been, this would have been acceptable. I feel like this was somewhat sexist a little bit. Because there's always this, I just gave this advice earlier about, it's like, well, just be nicer when you're talking to the man. But no, if someone straight up steals from you, tries to get an attitude with you first, and then, because I've never in my life understood people who steal food like
out of a community sort of.
Yeah. Knowing
not
food.
even community, but like,
and like not even
shared.
half of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The empty Tupperware was in the sink, y'all.
Didn't even. So did he wash it?
It was just empty. It said so. I mean, I'm sure. No, it just was dirty in the sink. It wasn't like
That's
he washed it and put it up.
bold as hell. I wasn't raised in an environment where I would expect anything other than an ass whooping for doing something like that. Like, I don't know anywhere I've lived or worked or played or got educated where if I had done that to somebody else's food and like, you're going to eat it at the scene of the crime too? Like, this is just, I can't understand these mindsets. So, and everyone be like, oh, that was so mean. You couldn't have said it nicer. No, that was actually pretty nice. You could have, in some cultures, you can beat that person up. They stole from you. Do you remember the phrase, beat you like you stole something?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a hard beating.
That's why.
It's a real hard beating.
For sure.
What was that? Was it Mr. Kim? Who was that guy who had the beauty supply next to the barbershop?
Kim?
It was Mr. Kim. And yeah, didn't he rock somebody out for stealing from his place?
Oh my god!
Shout out to Mr. Kim.
Mr. Kim was a
He
legend.
he was sick of it.
Yeah, he was, and as he should be. It's ridiculous.
He's like, I gotta send money back home to my family.
Yeah,
like,
what
y'all
the
don't
hell?
understand. It's like, you
Man.
can't come up in here and steal with no
Bitch,
impunity.
if I take it home and sit
no
on a
one was
pile
like,
of it.
Mr. Kim, you didn't have to beat it. Yeah, no, you did.
It don't give a. I don't care what he was doing with his money. He could have been stacking it up and swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck at the end of the goddamn day. It wasn't yours to take.
It wasn't. So this idea that I'm just so infuriated that somebody would even do that. And the fact that your coworkers just don't like you.
I mean,
that's all that is. Because you must have done something to them but all you did, because if it had been me, I'd have been like.
But no, so so they sound like UK because they're saying mates. I'm just being,
or
maybe
Australia.
they say Australian or something like that.
Yeah.
But I know here in the States, like the work culture is very fake nice. You know what I'm saying? And
saccharine.
like, and at every level, no matter what the interaction, there's always this expectation for you to be extremely fake. You know what I mean? You're passing in the hallways. With the higher ups or just people you don't like or you know are just the worst or whatever, and it's always like, oh hey Mike and hey Joe, and it's like this is so dumb. This is so dumb. So yeah, I think I don't know if it's like that where they are and that's the expectation. So like when you're stepping outside of that and shit gets real, when keeping it real goes wrong, because it's like that's what I felt like it was.
It's like the one we did about the guy who called the police about his chair.
Oh yeah.
And people
I wasn't even expecting to side with him neither.
Right, but it's
I was
like
a chair. What the hell?
But it's like, man, you laid out the case and be like, no, people, we need to. And sometimes it's this whole thing. Like I said, like I don't know if it was a man or woman kind of thing because. I don't know. I just assumed it was a woman because it's someone who cooked it and brought it to work. And it's like, not that men don't do that, but just on the whole, it's usually women who are like thinking that far ahead.
Yeah.
And so if I saw some grown man,
got to dig right on in.
And that, because so let's go back, because to me, it's not just one action.
It was all of it.
You didn't bring a lunch.
And
Presumably, or maybe you did. Maybe you brought a lunch and it wasn't
too.
enough. And so you get your grown behind up. Because this isn't I feel like children know you can't do this. You get your adult self up, go to the refrigerator, look about, see a Tupperware container. And it's not like a to-go thing that you mistook for something for the office. Because
Right.
sometimes people
They'll
do
bring
get
in stuff
a
for
tray of
everybody.
sandwiches,
Sure.
a little relish tray, something like that. But this ain't that.
No.
I'm picturing the little flat Tupperware with the red top.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so at least you put it on another plate because the Tupperware thing was in the thing. So at least you didn't put my plastic thing in the microwave. Thanks for that. And then, so you heated up. You stood there while it's going around, been like, oh, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, they put the little carrots and stuff. Okay. And then took it out, gonna sit down. And then you get attitude when someone sits next to you and then steals it from you. So this is like the art heist
audacity.
stuff where it's like, they stole the jewels we stole. It's like, you can't really get upset right now, can
I mean, you
you?
look dumb.
A little bit. And it's like, and you just did this very recently. So it's like, yeah, you should feel bad. Like, so that's the
Agreed.
thing sometimes. It's like, yes, it's just like when people get upset when when their kids have to learn about slavery in school. And they're like, well, then my kids feel bad. Yeah, it was a bad thing. When you hear about bad stuff, you should feel bad.
Yes.
I felt bad when you were talking about the ICE stuff. I wasn't like, Moni, shut up.
Right. I didn't do it.
What does that do?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't solve the problem. The problem was you stole. That was
And
when
you knowingly
I
stole.
keep bringing up Friends. Sorry, y'all. I had a Friends marathon when Ross, he got suspended from his job for going off of his boss for stealing his Thanksgiving leftovers. And because the dude,
What?
he was like,
My sandwich,
yeah, like that was the appropriate response. He's like, I'm going through a divorce. Like,
I'm just
the only thing I
saying.
had to look forward to in my life
Was that lunch.
leftover
Thanksgiving
sandwich that my sister made for me.
Right.
And then his boss talking about like what was kind of big. I didn't eat all of it. Some of it's still in the trash. He was like, it's amazing he didn't throw that
And
man
he
out
got-
the window.
he got
He
in
was
trouble?
asked to take a sabbatical after that. After he went
I
off on
remember
it.
the sabbatical. I remember hearing about the sabbatical. Kept coming
Because
up.
Joey's like, you ain't got to get all religious on me.
Oh my God.
Sorry, shout out to Friends had some problems, but that was actually a pretty funny show. But yes, I'm sorry, you are not the asshole, this person.
Definitely not. And then too, they said in the beginning they were trying to set the scene of this open office and different cubicles. This person didn't even work in their studio.
You don't even go here.
This person I had the altercation with
I
doesn't
forgot that
work
part.
for my studio. Just FYI. So you're just some random, like you're not even, like who actually even are you though? From whence did you come? And
So
and
why
you-
are so everybody just love this person and that's why you couldn't say nothing to him? Was it homeless Joe and he don't know no better?
It's like, you know, homeless Joe. He don't mean no harm.
Unless this was in somehow an intellectually disabled adult, I don't. But and even then, I feel like they know
You be
better.
knowing.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said,
Thank you.
children who don't have a fully developed brain know
No.
not to do this. Except we're allowed to beat them. Not saying you should,
Yeah.
but like, for whatever reason, you can't beat adults when they do childish things.
Apparently, you can't say anything to them strongly either. You know what I mean?
You're just supposed to take it.
Yeah, you're just supposed to be like, oh, well, I understand.
It's like, I
but
guess
the
I'll
fact that he
just-
got loud, though, quite loudly asked, what do you think you're doing?
What you
I
did. What you did. What you just did. Except I did it in front of your face,
Thank
like an
you.
adult,
Right.
And was willing to take the
And unlike a
consequences.
bitch.
And then you were just like, oh, but
Right, that. That is my favorite, though. When you get those abadabada moments out of people when you're just like, yeah.
No, explain it. Make
So,
it
'cause,
make
I mean,
sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Because you were saying it with your whole chest. You know what I mean? You were
Yeah.
just saying it with your whole chest.
And then you
please.
probably complain to other people like, man, Joyce just got all, crazy
with
on
me.
me.
I just
'Cause,
had-
like, all I wanted to do, I was complimenting her by taking her stuff. I thought it looked good.
Ugh. That just made me mad. That wasn't even real.
That's how
Oh
people
my
be.
God.
That's how people justify their bullshit. You've heard them. You've heard them.
It's so bad. Oh my
It's
God.
real bad.
Yeah, I concur. I would definitely say this person's not an asshole. You did everything that I hoped that I would do in that situation. If I was like, this is you, me, same, Spider-Man, me, and we're pointing at each other because, yeah. Like, I would have gone hard to make you feel fucking stupid in that moment.
And to make sure it doesn't happen
honestly,
again.
I don't give a fuck if that makes me an asshole, actually. So, y'all can tell me, is the person an asshole for being, I almost felt blind. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, because I would have did this same shit. And maybe I'm an
And take
asshole
the
and I'm
risk
okay with
of
that.
it
I don't give a
happening again?
Man, I bet
It's
you
like,
would have
and
never.
I hope you do. I hope you take this as a lesson. Who raised you?
Man, this made me think about one time when I was at work and I had splurged on like one of those naked drinks or something like that.
Yeah.
They're like ridiculously expensive or whatever to me. But
Like
they're
$6.99 or something.
Well, damn, they weren't that high. Not at that time.
Okay.
Maybe
I feel
now.
like, yeah.
But anywho, 'cause,
let's just say.
they're high. And so I'm in the cafeteria, not in the cafeteria, I'm in the break room and I am, taking a sip of my drink, eating my lunch or whatever. There's a person in this lunchroom. His name was Montez. Do you ever remember me talking about him?
And do.
He was already super
Obnoxious.
Annoying. And it was like he was so unaware of it. That also made it more annoying. So, because every time he said something to you, a question. First of all, I'm gonna recognize that it's a question right when you first start talking. In his face, it just was like, oh my God. Anywho,
Question the first.
question. So anyway, I'm sitting here enjoying my beverage, and then he's like, question. That juice. He's like, that looks pretty good. Do you mind if I try it? Are you actually fucking asking me for a drink of my? I'm looking at him like, no.
Well, actually, yes, I do mind.
I mind and know you may not
No.
have any.
No.
I'm like, why don't you? I got this from the cafeteria. You
Yeah.
could walk down there and
We're
get one
at a
for
job right now,
yourself.
so I know you're making money.
And who are you that I would be sharing my beverage with you? It was just so weird. I was just like, no.
And here's the other thing, because once again, we're adults.
Why are you
Even as
asking me
children, because children will do this sometimes. That's
They'll
why
just
they're
look at
sick
you
all the
in
time.
front of you like-
Yeah, or they do that with each other. We're just like,
Yeah.
oh, let me have some of that. Or even back then, though, we wouldn't really
I'm not
do
water
that.
falling. I'm not even pouring it in a cup for you because I'm drinking all of the ounces of this expensive drink that I splurged on. So no. It was just so
and even
dumb.
in that situation, he asked.
He
He
did.
didn't
It
just
was
go
just
in the
like-
refrigerator and just get to gulping.
He sure didn't. He knew better not to do that.
And if I was the manager, I'm like, yeah, you get 2 free licks off of
Yeah,
that.
you
Like,
can give him a
for
2-piece.
somebody
That is just crazy. And it's the audacity, the
of people
unmitigated gall.
and of other people who try to make you feel a certain kind of
that
way.
part to immediately then try to make it
Something
seem like
tells
I'm
me,
crazy.
and once again, we don't have any evidence of this. I just feel like this was a woman of color. So maybe she was like some kind of Asian descent or she was some kind of darky. I
You
feel
think
like,
so?
yeah, because that's when people will scold you for scolding a white man. Like, even if he's in the wrong, you know what I'm saying? You're always just being a little aggressive and a little.
did you have to say it like
because
that? I did though.
self-defense is always demonized. Like, I'm defending myself. When people steal from you, you're allowed to defend
Yeah,
yourself.
pipe up. I mean, like, don't sit back. I put we
It's
need
bad
the wall
enough,
of fame up here.
because honestly, I'd feel a way about eating the food after he heated it up. Because he's trifling. Did he put his little fingers in
We
it
don't
and
know
stuff
what
like
he
that?
did, right? We really don't.
Oh my God, I really, honestly, like, if I was the manager there, I wouldn't have even been mad if you like hit him on
Actually
good
feel it.
time.
It's like I won't say
Seriously,
anything. It's
and
fine.
actually, because he don't even work here. If y'all go in the parking lot and do it, I don't care.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't even see it.
Okay, sorry, that really.
See it, guys?
I feel like Eve. It's like, who drank my apple juice? Because we all have access to the store.
It's just
That's the
like-
thing. Like, you're punishing me for having the foresight to bring calories to work.
It's just not right, y'all. Stay off of people's food at work. It's one of the worst things. Don't be sitting around begging either. Just fuck out of here. People are dumb. All right, friend, do you have another one?
I do.
All right.
Am I the asshole for watching revenge porn starring my workmate and not reporting it? One of my colleagues, Paul, 20, has recently broke up with another colleague, Jane, 18. I'm friends with both of them. P is a typical lad, beers, football, pints, gym, etc. Jay is stunning. Slim, blonde, pretty, always well dressed in heels and a blouse. She's a lovely lass too and gets along with everyone in our office of around 30 people. At our work Xmas party 6 days ago, P took me and 3 others aside and showed us a video of himself and Jay. He skipped through parts of it, but it was clear they were doing everything up to and including penetrative sex. We laughed about it, commented how lucky he was, etc. After the party, P set up a WhatsApp group with me and 3 others and sent us all the video. I watched it properly when I got home, loving it in my drunken state. I've watched it a few more times since then. I'm beginning to think I should have actually reported P for sharing this, presumably without Jay's consent. I'm worried it's going to come out at work if one of the other lads gossips or mentions a tattoo she has on her upper right thigh that we couldn't conceivably know about. If it comes out and the WhatsApp is discovered, I'm worried about being in trouble for knowing about it but not reporting it. But I'm also worried about the trouble I'll be in anyway if I do report it. I don't really want to grass on P either and get him in trouble because he's my mate. Am I the asshole?
You're not the asshole.
You're just one
your
of 'em.
mate is the like the main
Primary, proximal.
Yes. Asshole, because that is just awful. I mean, it sounds like these are young people too.
Sure.
So again, frontal lobes aren't fully formed. We're not making the best choices. And that's just so dirty. It's
actually
just
dingy.
It's such a breach. And yeah, and I feel like it's hard because I'm not a young man who would think I don't want something like that. You know what I mean? Like I would feel super duper crazy, especially if it's somebody I worked with.
Watching it a couple times.
Because again, you're describing her as somebody you're like probably attracted to.
Right, because I get it. Curiosity. You'd be like, what's going on? All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but then
And
just to be like,
okay, put it back.
with
or
my
whatever.
alone time at home,
Yeah, he
just
was
to been
like,
like, let me pull this up.
Let me get home, do a proper watching, and then after that, it's like, no, this is what I jerk off to now. This is my go-to.
No offense, but I don't want to watch porn with you in it. Like,
You shouldn't want to. That's
that would be
disgusting.
because that's the thing.
Your mate was in it, right? Ooh, that's a good point.
That's
Gross.
to me. I'm like, so
No, thank you.
You
Ew.
cool with watching Paul? Okay, all right. I mean,
I wasn't focused on Paul.
and now you're just worried about getting in trouble at work.
That's the part where it's like you got to ask yourself, because the secondary part feels like you're concerned about her, because I think that if that was your initial concern, you probably would have just been like, yo, or at the very least let her know and been like, don't tell him you heard it from me. I don't know, even though you probably, I mean,
you can set up some kind of way.
something.
You can send her the thing and be like, "Hey, this is out here. You should probably know."
you need,
But
you know what I'm saying?
but now you can't do that if you want to keep you out of it. But here's the thing:
Bros over hoes type shit, I guess. You know what I mean?
boys
But,
will be boys.
yeah, it's inexcusable, and you're already in it. So at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are sort of an asshole for not reporting it, or at least letting her know or giving her a heads up. And at this point, I mean, you probably, I don't know with the stuff, I don't know.
And I'm sorry, I'm stuck in, like, because even in my 20s, I'm trying to think of, like, what it would have been like if I would have been like, hey, Moni, let me show you this flick of me, and oh boy, like my main, you know,
I would have said no thank you.
I'd have been like, look though.
Okay. Listen, I get it.
Look at me go.
Okay, and at the same time, now that you're saying it like this, because he's saying revenge porn. Revenge porn is meant to, like...
I think that just means the girl doesn't know about it.
Okay.
Yeah, which is...
All right. Because, I don't know, there was probably a younger version of myself like that if I thought that... but see, it's saying it and then actually doing it is one thing. Like, sometimes I just need to talk about how fun it would be to, like, get revenge on somebody. So, like, let's just say somebody was cheating on my friend of mine, and then there was the video of this cheating, and this person could get in trouble. And it's like, if we put it out, though, then, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you recorded yourself, so, you know, I feel like there was a time where I probably would have been like, shit, put it out there. Let the people know. I mean, you know. But I recognize how, like, yeah, that is fucked up. You really shouldn't put people's private moments out there, I guess. So, especially somebody you call a friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? The scenario.
Like, you're friends with both of them?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No,
you
you're
just know them
not.
from work.
You're not. You think she's hot. You're probably, you know what I'm saying, too? So yeah, you're proximally an asshole, but not the major one.
You should definitely have a talk with Paul about
After you done watched it, here you are about to talk to Paul.
be like, hey, mate.
It's like, listen, I know we've all enjoyed this video, but...
Right. It's like, you probably shouldn't. And it sounds like he's probably a hot guy, too. Like, he's a very bruh, you know, kind of guy. Girls are going to send you stuff. You don't have to send that out. Like,
I mean, why send it out, too, though?
so people know. You got to let these...
It wasn't good enough that you showed them in the moment. You had to send it to them. Like,
he's really proud of it. For one, he's probably super proud of his penis.
And his mates got to see it.
Yeah.
And that, okay. I won't even get into that. But...
So...
yeah, you're sort of an asshole. Not the biggest one in there. I'm going to chalk it up to their age as well, too, because if they're 18, 20, like,
I'm
y'all
just
are
thinking
fucking
about,
idiots.
like, all the nudes I saw when I was in barber school. Like, that would just be kind of people just passing phones around.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it's like, like, what? And then I'm also remember thinking, like,
This can't be me. I'm not doing that.
a lot of it wasn't sexy.
At
You know what I mean? It
all. It's
wasn't like, it was nothing where I was like, oh yeah, send me that.
Send me that. What am I like? Listen, he knew what to do. He was like, look here, this is about to be
Yeah, send me
my
that.
jam for the next 48
Most of
hours.
it was like, ugh, like they need to clean their bathroom. Like they need, like a lot of it was
They need
just
to comb
kind
their
of
balls hair.
drearily. No, these were female pics. Like, girl, I'm in barber school. Like,
Listen,
yeah, most
don't
barbers
know.
are men. So yeah,
Well-
they're passing around the news that women
so
have sent
gay
them.
men don't pass around.
They do, but not in barber school generally. Barbers have historically been kind of homophobic places. Like that was actually, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like specifically a like LGBTQ friendly barbershop like in Harlem, because
that's
most
what's up.
places can get very
I guess-
toxic.
okay.
Yeah. So that being said, don't steal people's food. And this is also a type of theft. Like you're stealing an intimate moment from a person and sharing it with a bunch of people.
Yeah, don't do that.
And it's very unfair to put the onus on women and like people who send a lot of the stuff out, but don't send it out.
But,
Like,
and also too, just again, like if he would have been like, bro, that's not cool.
yeah.
Like I
It's
mean, even
this
though
is
I'm glad I got
Jane.
to see her titties for 1
Yeah.
second, this you shouldn't be passing this
Don't.
around, bro.
This
And
is
then
a
you gonna,
violation.
and then also too, you about to get me in trouble because you're showing me this shit.
Yeah.
Don't be sending me nothing like this, man.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. But
And
I
you
guess
might not be the super cool guy, you know, but you
lame, bitch ass.
Man, what? But you like the you must be, and then yeah. All right. Do you want to take a break?
Let's take a break, guys. All right, guys, we're back.
All right. It's almost the end of the show, guys, and we talked about some situations.
We did.
2026. Instead of resolutions, I'm just more thinking about what I want to take into 2026 and what I want to leave in 2025.
Okay.
And one of the things, because last year my resolution was to end racism.
Yes.
And even though I did a great job of that, we still have sexism. So I don't want to take that into 2026. I want to.
Good luck.
Thank you. And one of the things that like keeps replaying in my mind is a book we read by Viola Davis. What's the name of her autobiography?
Finding Me?
Finding Me. And there was the story of her father that really struck with me because he was wildly violent during her childhood, especially to her mother. But then as time went on, he became this totally different person. And when people talk about like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? I think for some people instinctually, they're waiting for this other person to show up. Because a lot of times when the testosterone goes down, so does the violence.
That's crazy. That's not funny. I'm sorry. It's just like, oh my God.
Just an observation.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Okay.
I'm just a podcaster. But for a lot of people, you know, because we've got a lot of, we're observing a lot of different abuse patterns in our society and sort of these excuses for them, why we feel sympathy for some people when we don't for others. And yeah, like there is sort of a switch that kind of seems to happen a lot of times for certain type of men anyway, where that even happened in The Color Purple, where Mr. was like really, really terrible, but then he was like, no, I'm going to choose good.
It's always a beautiful day.
Yeah. So I don't know. For some reason, that's just been replaying in my mind a lot because I'm like, what if that is the reason people stay? Just on some epigenetic level, they kind of intuit that one day this person is going to stop beating me.
And so you just spend your life in the fetal position trying to survive until they're done pounding on you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe. And it might not be something that like you say, you're conscious of. You're surely encouraged to do so, like especially.
Oh, I'm not recommending it by any chance.
No, I'm not. Listen. So that's why I was like, we'll come full circle to make sure that what you're saying is clear. But it's just like I feel like your point, what I'm taking from it is you're pointing out the fact that, people will stay in situations either because we talked about this. What you said, it's a fallacy. You've invested so much time,
sunken cost.
You've convinced yourself like I've invested too much. Like I can't just
stop.
toss it out now. Those kinds. So I think all of those things kind of come into play sometimes, and it's just so normal too, though. Like you get numb to it or whatever. So I like being hopeful that there's a chance that at some point things change, but also it's like.
A lot of people don't survive that long.
That's right. I mean, like, that's if you have the luxury of making it through, because that's the other part. It's like, dude, I don't know. I mean, not everybody has that kind of stamina. Just like, oh, boy couldn't get up to clean. It's like, I just hit the floor as soon as I get home. I'm too tired. Like, maybe I'm too tired to sustain all of the abuse. I don't have time for this. So, I mean, what would you say to that?
To what?
What's the
it was
message?
just an observation.
Oh, okay.
It was just an observation.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's just, and also it's one of those things too where, because we see it a lot of times in media where it'll be people who have done like messed up things in the past, but they're not doing it anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, okay, so what does justice look like in those situations? Because like you see someone like Viola Davis's dad, you know what I'm saying? Like he became an really important part of their family. Like he was doing like childcare for the grandkids. Like he was this totally different person. So like, I don't know if it's justice for like, you must answer for your crimes now, bum, bum, bum. Right. Like, or is living with knowing what, cause he was guilt ridden over what he had done. Like he was always very apologetic about it and stuff. So it's I don't know. To me, okay, my answer is this. We need to start looking towards a restorative justice model and not just a punitive one, especially if we want to incentivize people who are doing messed up things to, stop doing those things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's something. But I think that adds to, like just speaking on the different abuse systems that we see, like I dedicated this episode to the victims of violence through, ICE. And it's like, I mean, I think about how normalized, like I remember one of the first things I've ever seen like on police brutality specifically was like Rodney King, old enough to remember when that came out, and just being like, what in the hell? Like it just being such a rare and jarring sight, but now it's just like you see it happen all the time. And that's the saddest part to me is that you can't even keep track of it. You can't you can't even feel as deeply sad about it as you want to, because just as soon as you hear about that, as soon as you turn around, it's happening again. And it's so pervasive. And I do believe that that's part of some of the like general downness that, you know what I mean? That not only that I feel, but yeah, but it's just like, this is like,
Keeps coming at you.
Yeah, this is crazy. So like, even if I'm not involved in the work of my own life, observing what's happening in other people's lives around me, it's like, damn, it's going down everywhere at all times. It just feels exhausting. And so then it's like, yeah, like what do you really do with that? So I think it's just important to, you have to really kind of hold on to those little moments that you can create for yourself, or even just the hope that, maybe the testosterone will just fucking wear off.
Yeah.
And they'll stop beating us down. Like it's I don't know. But then some people are dead by the time that happens.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. So for me, it's just a reminder to hold on to the things that make you feel good, because, the work of being human, the work of life, even the things that you love to do, it's a lot. And so just continue doing the things that you love, you guys. Hang in there. I'm there with you.
I don't know about you, but I love reading books.
Man, I'm excited. I think we should move into the book that we're going to read for next week, friend.
All right.
Because I was getting ready to wrap this shit up. So let's spin it. That's why I thought you said it. I was like, oh, she's trying to bring me back to life. Okay, so Francine's Spectacular Crash and Burn, a novel by Renee Swindle. So this should be fun. I feel like maybe it taps into the energy we were just talking about because it feels like, oh, crash and burn right about now. But I'm excited to get into it. I actually found this book. On our Spotify Wrapped was kind of sharing with us some of the books that our listeners are listening to. So this was one of them. So I said, let's tap in.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys like hearing our thoughts on it.
Yes.
And shout out to us for not crashing out.
We did not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But if you eat my lunch at work, hey, I'm coming for you.
Woo.
That's a crash out moment right there. So, all right. Well, I think we did the thing, friend. We can
I
get
think
on
so
out of
too.
here. Anything
Your
you wanna
body
say?
belongs to you, everybody, and my body belongs to me. So just be cool.
Be cool. Don't make AI videos of it and share it.
Oh,
That is that's the weirdest shit. You know what? A big fuck you to Grok, though.
yeah.
You know what I
real
mean?
hard.
Because it doesn't even regulate any
and
of that.
that
We can get on the
little
next time.
apartheid weirdo behind it.
Yeah,
like,
all of them.
all that
Everybody,
stuff.
yeah, just you guys are the worst. And anywho, keep your head up, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers. Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again, and until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.
I get to sleep in tomorrow. I'm not making breakfast. Everyone will survive. Oh, yeah.